Hey guys, welcome. This is Greenfire. I got a KV-4 game here, played on Sacred Valley. I'm platooning with my clan commander Stukawithwheels and his IS-3. As you'll see, we got in a tier 10 game. A lot bigger tanks than what we'd like to be playing. First off though, I'm going to go ahead and pause this. We each check out our XVM player panel here to see which tanks we need to focus on. Now, Stuka has most of the tanks displaying overall stats, where all of mine show individual tank stats. So he's going to be calling off number of games, win rate for the overall player, and I'm going to be comparing that with my individual tank stats so we get a better picture of really how good they are. Now, one of the first things you'll notice is I still have the stock 122 on this tank. It's an awful gun for tier 8, and yeah, this is the last game that I end up having to use it because I do so well. But it's brutal to play with. Now, Stuka likes to go to the hill even though it's a tier 10 game, and I am in a 110-ton tank and I'm saying no way. So I think about it for a second, and then to conserve as much energy as possible, I think I'm going to head downhill towards the south. Most of the tanks we're going to expect to go north. That's usually where they put tanks. And you can see to the south we're going to have some light tanks, medium tanks, and maybe one or two tank destroyers to really just cover that open area. I was originally going south here, making my way through buildings and whatnot, and I decided to go to the middle on this map. A lot of people might think, why? Well, pretty much to do it differently, and we can see how well that works out later. So I'm just crashing through buildings here, and I see a T-71. These Russian guns, I would love to shoot a light tank with them. I can do 400 damage. And that guy only has 840 hit points, so that would be a wonderful shot to take on him. So I'm going to make my way over there. Now, as you can see on the mini-map, most of their heavies and tanks are pushing the hill, can now be seen by us, and so I think I'm going to take some shots over that way, once I can get within view range to see them. So I'm still worried about some tanks possibly shooting me, so I'm going to angle my armor as much as possible. British medium, that's an easy shot. I just did 421 damage. Now, you don't really want to be sniping with this 122, as most of you know. And so I'm going to proceed to bounce or miss probably my next 5 shots here. One thing interesting to see, Stuka up there in his IS-3 is now in front of the IS-7 VK-4502, and he's pretty much the one up there that's pushing and doing damage in his tier 8. And so I'm waiting here for some more side shots, and I miss again. Obviously, this is terrible accuracy. I'm going to make sure I'm fairly well protected by angling the front of my tank, and IS-7, IS-8, I cannot pen the sides of even if I tried. So I'm wasting some shots here. I've already taken 4 shots with only 1 that penned. But the guys on the hill are doing a very well job, so I'm going to have some flank shots here pretty soon after they start pushing them back down. I can see part of that medium there, but I just not enough to actually get a shot off. That IS-7 is still at full health. And there's pretty much nothing that I can do right now. As you can see in the south, we got an E50, ISU-152, and a T-69, and they're not encountering anything yet, so it looks like they're going to start pushing past the monastery. And I get another good shot right into that British Centurion Mark 7/1. And now this is the nice part. I just got flank shots on all these tanks. I take another shot right into the T-32. You can see I'm already over 1,200 damage, and they're just going to sit there and wait for me. that's an example of the awful accuracy on this gun. And he's gonna move behind cover. Now if you notice the mini-map, a Leopard 1 just showed up right in front of me. And he's backing off. We're gonna see him a little bit later. There he is. Now this is a tier 10 medium, so even though I'm a heavy tank, I do not want him to try and focus on me because he could easily kill me. He's going between some buildings, and I bounced right there, which is surprising. I don't know what I hit. And he's gonna stop behind these buildings, and so I really don't know what to do here. I'm sort of just making sure I'm not gonna get shot through some window or something, and he just bounced off me. And he backs up, so he can see me from someplace. And I could see him there. Now, I don't know what he's going to do here. He completely ignores me. And I caught him on fire, and then the Jagdpanzer E100 finishes him off. So you can see we're now winning 8-4. The enemy team's getting pushed down the hill. I can't really see him. I bounced off the IS-8 there again. I can't shoot those tanks on the side. And you can see our allies down south have now pushed through as well. So we're starting to have this game in the bag. And I have 1700 damage. Ooh, look, a scout tank. Now, I only did 258, so another tank got a shot in before I did. And now I've just passed 2,000 damage. Trying to see that heavy there, and I couldn't really see him. He was behind some things. So I feel pretty safe. My team's in front of me, so I'm going to take shots down here. And now I got side shots on this T-69. And it's just going to be easy. Now, when you're shooting a tank in the side, I could aim for the ammo rack, I could aim for the tracks, all sorts of things. On Americans, though, I find I like to aim for the engine compartment, and boom, we caught him on fire. And he doesn't want to use his fire extinguisher, so I'll just say, I'll take that damage. I did 1,350 damage to that tank there, and that's pretty much all I can do in this match because this tank is just so slow. I'm going to be stuck down this valley, and my team wins 14 to whatever it ends up being. And pretty much I want to say thanks for watching. I hope to see you guys in game. I want to get some more videos up here, and remember, always do it different, and I'll see you next time.